First, on 44 News at 5, two teenagers are now in custody following a weekend shooting that sent multiple people to the hospital. Officers responded to multiple shots fired calls near the Parkview housing projects late Saturday night. 44 News reporter Ben Lawfer brings us up to speed on their investigation at this hour. Ben.
16-year-old Isam Clark has been identified as one of the suspects involved in that shooting. EPD says Clark fired several shots into a vehicle, sending two people to the hospital, one of whom is facing life-threatening injuries. Officers were called to the Parkview housing project around 11:30 on Saturday night. A caller told police that themselves and a friend were robbed by two suspects with all-black clothing and a handgun with a green laser attached.
That person stated that they had been shot as well as the person that was with them, their passenger, and they were on their way to the hospital.
That caller told police they returned fire on the suspects, but the pair fled the area on foot. Not long after the first call, officers received a second phone call stating an unknown male who had been shot is going door to door and asking for help.
The resident called 911 and said there was someone banging on their door stating they had been shot. Officers on scene immediately noticed that he did have an apparent injury.
It was during this time that EPD learned that the injured teen was actually one of the original shooting suspects. After an interview with detectives, the injured teen suspect, who has yet to be identified, admitted to police that himself and Isam Clark were going to buy marijuana from the victims, but did not have enough money, so they decided to rob them.
The worst part is that, tragically, every one of their lives are changed forever. Chief Smith actually, in speaking with them, said that it was one of the hardest press releases to be a part of because these are incredibly young people with a lot of life ahead of them.
Clark was later found and taken in for questioning. Police say he has denied any involvement in the incident. We're told the second shooting suspect was also critically injured during that shooting and is still recovering in the hospital. Meanwhile, EPD says one of the victims is not expected to survive, and Clark's charges will be upgraded to murder if he passes away. Reporting in Evansville, Ben Lawfer, 44 News.